Welcome to my brief guide on the All It Glitters achievement in Reus 2. So basically in the forums that I've checked, there's plenty of forum posts about this, but I don't think there's anything really since they've updated the collection to include inventions, which tells you the sources for each invention. So I'll quickly show you that to begin with, just in case you only wanted to go off that information, and then I'll go into what I did for the achievement. Because part of the issue I found is on the forums, they would say, oh, Sapphire is really good for this and this, and while that is the case, I didn't have Sapphires unlocked at the time, and I think that might be similar for some people watching. So for the Majestic Amulets, you can use either Emerald, Shipwreck, Sapphire, Leaf Turquoise, False Trumpet Grounds, or Nephrite. For the earrings, you can use Gold, Ruby, Pearls, Shipwreck, Peacock Ore, Sapphire, Tanzanite, or Pink Diamond. And finally, for the rings, you can use either Diamond, Christmas Tree Coral, Shipwreck, Gold, the Legendary variant, Sapphire, Silver, or Platinum in a Tiger biome. So if that's what you want to go off of and go into your world, then feel free, but I will quickly show you what I did and my strategy. So here is my initial world. I started off with the Sage. I think if you start off with the Inventor, you can get reduced invention cost, but I didn't find that particularly necessary for this. I just made sure not to get anyone that was particularly interested in science, or if they were, I wasn't going to give them enough science to the point where they could start inventing things. Just so that I didn't have to reach the 10 technology threshold, because for the first invention you only have to reach 5. So this is the first one I got. I first got the Majestic Earrings from this ruby here. Obviously I don't have Sapphires unlocked here, but the ruby I think is a really good one for this achievement. So if you have unlocked the ruby, I think you've got a lot of what you need to tackle this. The reason the ruby is so great is, yes, it can be used to get one of the inventions already, but it also gives you the Leaf Turquoise, which is used for another one, and more importantly the Damask Rose, which you can put simply in your upgraded area next to your gem that you're using, and that will give you the necessary technology to make an invention. Saves a lot of time of trying to figure out how to get the technology you need in an area, and also the villagers have a tendency to invent things based off of stone or anything else you've got that's outputting the technology. And what I've found is that I've never had any invention from the Damask Rose itself. So using that ruby, I got lucky. I didn't have to really get rid of much, I just had to save and reload multiple times. Make sure you're quick saving and quick loading before doing anything major. And then once you've got one of them, save it. So as you can see here, I got my Majestic Earrings from them. And then I sort of went to the other side of the world, which was just the decision I made. And I thought I would attempt with Leaf Turquoise. At the time, I didn't know that this would provide for another one. And obviously this is a bit more built up now, but originally I just had these 2 Leaf Turquoise here. And then since you can't have the Damask Rose in the forest, I built a desert next door and put it over here. Now at the time, the cutoff for this town was here, so the quartz was not in the town, because like I said, they have a tendency of inventing based on the other random crap that you've got. So obviously use the saves, but this way I found they pretty much just immediately invented the amulets which I was after, and the Damask Rose will give you the necessary technology or science to build up their technology. So then I went over here to try and get the diamond. I rolled the diamond for my last one. And I made a bit of a snag here with these. As you can see, I basically just uprooted everything. If you want to uproot everything that's there, you can just build a new biome over top of the one that you've got. And assuming that the Biotica can't survive in the new biome, it will just disappear. Obviously that's not great for making your world as prosperous as possible, but for the sake of the achievement, that's quite useful, I found. So I did that here, and then I put the diamond down, and as you can see, I put the Damask Rose here, and that it doesn't even have a gem, but it gave me the necessary technology. And as you can see here, they decided to invent drilling machines. Now I quick loaded, and they just continued to make drilling machines. I couldn't get them to stop doing it. So fortunately, I had my Sage still, which had a lot of biodiversity in He's Desert, so I could afford to put another diamond down here. And thankfully, they came through and invented the Majestic Rings to complete the achievement for me. Obviously, I said before, they actually gave it to me first try instead of pulling from all of this other garbage they could have pulled from. So again, it's a lot of saving and loading. But yeah, that's my pathway to the achievement, if you will. Hopefully this guide was helpful.